Good day everyone, I am Kenneth Christian Makatkat of BS Ed Social Studies 1-2, and today we will be reacting to President Ferdinand Marcos Jr.'s aim of 7% economic growth in the year 2023. So first, let's watch the video.
Well, according to IMF, projection for the global economic growth in 2023 is a rather low 2.7%, slower than the 3.2% in 22, which is already a significant decrease from 6% in 2021. In the Philippines, the picture is slightly different, and we project our economy to grow by around 7% in 2023. Our actual projection is 6.5, but there are signs that we might be able to surpass that. Our strong macroeconomic fundamentals, fiscal discipline, structural reforms, and liberalization of key sectors instituted over the years have enabled us to withstand the negative shocks caused by the pandemic and succeeding economic downturns and map a route towards a strong recovery. There's a vast range of investment opportunities available, such as in renewable energy, agro-processing, transportation, infrastructure development, amongst others, and several public-private partnerships in the pipeline. The government has intensified its measures to help improve local food production and help the agricultural sector to strengthen and quickly recover from the deterioration of the agricultural value chain. The government will pursue modernization and innovation programs, the development of new farming and fishing technologies, adoption of climate and disaster resilient technologies for the enhancement of the agricultural value chain system. We also need to ensure that sufficient welfare measures are in place to cushion the impact of elevated inflationary pressures, especially towards the most affected and vulnerable sectors in our society. As we convene here in Davos, efforts are likewise focused on strengthening the country's engagement with trading partners and promoting the use of the country's network of FTAs to maximize opportunities. We stress the importance of economic and technical cooperation to assist the development of smaller economies and enable their participation, both of small businesses and economic segments with untapped potential in the global economy, and also of large-scale industrial development.
President Bongbong Marcos aimed for 7% Philippine economic growth in 2023 is an ambitious target given the current economic conditions globally. While it is possible to achieve such growth, it would require significant efforts and strategies from the government, private sector, and stakeholders. Several global headwinds, such as the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic, geopolitical tensions, and the slow global economic recovery, can potentially impact the country's economic growth. However, with the right policies, investment, and initiatives, the country can still achieve significant economic growth. President Bongbong Marcos Jr. said that strong macroeconomic fundamentals, fiscal discipline, structural reforms, and liberalizations of key sectors enable the country to withstand the negative shock caused by the pandemic and succeeding economic downturns and map a route towards a strong recovery. So this being said, tells us that the government rather is really a critical factor in our country's economic growth. It is in the implementation of the rules like the fiscal policy which will help our GDP and the economy to be stable, the discipline of the citizens of the country, and the unity within the different sectors. Marcos also said that we need to ensure that sufficient welfare measures are in place to cushion the impact of the inflationary pressures, especially towards the most affected and vulnerable sectors of our society. The statement is referring to the potential impact of inflation on the economy and society. Inflation is a situation where the prices of goods and services increase over time, resulting in a decrease in the purchasing power of money, So when inflation is high, it can have a particular negative impact on the vulnerable and low-income groups who may struggle to afford basic necessities such as food, housing, and healthcare. To mitigate the impact of inflation, Marcos suggests the need for welfare measures or the policies and programs designed to support individuals and families who are most affected by economic challenges. So, these measures include things like targeted financial assistance, subsidies for goods and services, and or job training programs. The goal of this welfare is to provide a safety net for those who are most vulnerable to the negative effects of inflation, helping them to cushion the impact and ensure that everyone has an access to the basic necessities and a basic standard of living. Marcos also vowed to pursue modernization and innovation programs, the development of new farming and fishing technologies, as well as the adoption of climate disaster resilient technologies for the enhancement of the agriculture value chain system. Our country is known for its richness in resources, most especially in our agricultural lands, and also given the fact that we have a climate that complements agriculture. However, one of the problems that we encounter is that our country is prone to natural disasters, specifically typhoons that destroy agriculture. But with President Marcos' idea, I believe that his aim for economic growth would be possible. It is worth noting that economic growth is not the only measure of a country's success, and other factors such as income inequality, poverty reduction, and environmental sustainability should also be considered in assessing the country's overall success. In conclusion, President Marcos' aim for 7% economic growth can be possible with the right implementation of his plans for our country. So that's all, and God bless.